Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. So today I have here a brand new smartwatch that I have been using for the past 2 or 3 days now, enough to give you my feedback and whether or not you should actually consider buying this smartwatch right here. So the topic today is all about the Mibro color. The name definitely sounds interesting, it's Mibro. Apart from that, if you take a look at this box right here, you notice on the top right corner it says Upin, and basically this is sort of like a sub-brand from Xiaomi, or maybe they're using like Xiaomi's supply chain to get their materials and all that. So you can expect this to be quite consistent in terms of quality for this particular smartwatch right here. So before I start off the video, this device here is being sold for about 200 ringgit here in Malaysia. So that is approximately about 49 US dollars, and depending on which region or country you're from, the pricing will differ. But yeah, bear in mind that this is a very affordable kind of budget smartwatch. But let's see whether this is actually worth your money. Is it even worth considering or even buying? Yeah, let's find out in this video right away. So yep, on the box here itself, you do have a couple of features laid out. It does your basic sports tracking, your heart rate, it has SpO2 readings, as well as its water resistance up to 5 ATM, so you can put it in the pool and it will not have any issues. Nothing else on the other side here, so pretty straightforward. I like the box, it's very small and it's very compact, and yeah, it just fits the stuff inside. So as soon as you unbox this guy, what you do get is a very nice charger actually. You do get this little kind of like a puck kind of charger here that works pretty well with the Mibro color. And of course, you do get the watch itself. So when you get this watch, what you're going to need to do is download the Mibro Fit app to sync this watch with your device. And once you've done that, everything else should be pretty straightforward. So before we start talking a little bit about the experience using the watch, let me show you the watch itself. So at the front here, we do have this pretty decent LCD display. I wouldn't say it's the brightest, but it does the job fine. If you take a look at this design here, it looks very similar to the Apple Watch, but bear in mind, it is a very small smartwatch. Take a look at this guy. So I'm a very skinny fella right here, and this is the GTR2, whereas this is the Mibro color. So it's definitely very small size, and if you're like a large size kind of guy or something like that, it will look pretty tiny on your wrist. It might even look like a toy. Okay, on the sides here, we do have a very nice looking, I'm not sure of the exact materials here, but it doesn't really feel like plastic. It looks quite nice here, very smooth all around the edges, and everything is blacked out. You do have one single button on the right hand corner. Apart from that, if you take a look here, take a look very closely. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you to see it. You do get some kind of bezel around the entire display, which has 4 lines on the bezel itself. So that's the kind of design you can expect. To be honest, I'm quite happy with this design. It looks very simplistic, minimalist, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the straps at the back here. So this is again a pretty small straps here, but you can see that you do have these tiny latches at the back that you can remove to swap them out for other straps. But overall, I would say that the key takeout here is that it's very lightweight and it actually feels very comfortable to put on your wrist. You don't actually feel like the watch is there. So that's definitely a plus point in my books. Alright, now let's talk a little bit about this device right here. So how you operate it is fairly simple. You do have this pretty nice watch face over here. If you drag down from the top, this is where you get into a couple of quick shortcuts. I love that. You can go into your quick settings here very easily. And again, if you pull down from the bottom, this is where you go into your notifications. So what I like about this watch here is that you have quick access to your notifications. Unlike some other brands like Halo, you have to go all the way into the app menu to find the notifications, which I find rather silly. But the sad part about these notifications here is that it only supports a couple of apps. As of now, it supports about like 8 different applications. I think it's your WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and yeah, just very few applications is supported for the notifications. So bear that in mind. If you're looking for a proper notification smartwatch, this might not really help you out. Okay, now let's move on and check out the widgets. So we do have a couple of widgets here, which I think is pretty good. You have your heart rate monitor over here. You have your activity, a quick look at how many steps you have walked today. If you just go on, you have the weather itself. Very nice and clear information on this display right here. So you keep going and you have your shortcut to access your SpO2 readings. Very nice. And you also have your stress measurement. So one thing about these kind of Chinese smartwatches here is that they use some kind of like weird English. Of course, my English is not even the best, but if you look at this, it just says recent pressure. So you got to think a little bit like what it really means. And I found out that it was really about your stress. It's not your blood pressure. Bear that in mind. This watch does not track your blood pressure. Alright, so if you go on to the end, it doesn't support any more widgets, but I do like one tiny little detail that they have done to this watch, and you can find that if you swipe from the left, you do have a quick access to your shortcuts that you have recently used. And I find that this is actually very unique to the Mibro color right here, because you don't see these kind of functions on any other smartwatch that I know of at this price range. So it's very cool here because you can just go into that settings right away. Alright, so now let's talk a little bit more about the applications and what you have in this watch. So when you hit the button right here, you go into the main app menu, and this is where you have a pretty beautiful view of all the apps that is actually pre-installed in the watch itself. You have your heart rate right here, you have your activities. So let's go through the activities very quickly. You have your treadmills, your runs, your cycling, your walking. It supports like your football, badminton and tennis, a couple of stuff over there. And just take note of this, it has quite a lot of activities being shown over here. But if you notice something missing, it doesn't really track your swims. So that is not being tracked by the Mibro color. Alright, so if you just move on right here, you have your blood oxygen measurement tool. You have a countdown timer right here. Again, you have this breathing exercises. So let's just go on very quickly. This one here shows you your sleep report for the previous night. So let's talk a little bit about sleep measurement on the Mibro color. After wearing it to bed like for 2 or 3 nights now, I found that it's not the most accurate. It doesn't really track your time that you get up from bed accurately. Sometimes like today, for example, I got up at 10, but it showed that I got up at 9. So I'm a bit confused by the sleep measurement going on with the Mibro color right here. So it's not the most accurate. Just bear that in mind. Alright, moving down, let's go into the weather app. Again, this is what you can get from the weather. Very straightforward. This one shows your activity throughout the entire day. If you scroll down, you have more information right here. The number of times you have stood, your total activities and all that stuff here. So pretty informative on the watch itself. I like that about the Mibro color. This one here is your MET. It's basically showing you, similar to the Pi system on Amazfit, it shows you your overall activities and how you're doing throughout the entire week. So going down again, this is where you get your stress. So it still says here your pressure, but yeah, it tracks your stress. And further down, you have your music controls, you have your stopwatch, and you also have your calculator here, which I think again is pretty cool. You don't see a calculator on most smartwatches these days. I mean, for this kind of budget smartwatch, you can actually wear this to your exams and, you know, press around the watch. I think that's pretty interesting. Don't get that from me. Alright, last but not least, you also have your settings here, which again, you have a couple of settings right here. Obviously, you don't have your always on display. But again, take note at this kind of English over here, you have to bear in mind that it's not translated perfectly. For example, this says your off time, but what it basically means is how long you want the display to stay on before it goes off. Interesting use of words. Apart from that, you have a couple more stuff here that you can do with the Mibro color. Okay, so this is what you can expect from the Mibro color right here. Again, this is a budget watch, and to be honest, like I said, for 50 bucks, 50 US dollars or 200 ringgit here in Malaysia, if you're looking for a basic smartwatch that tells the time, tracks your heart rate accurately, this might actually help you out. But if you're looking for more serious features, I'm not sure how reliable this is as a daily driver. Alright, now let me talk very quickly about the app of the Mibro app as well. So again, very similar to how Halo is designing their app. I'm not very happy with the way all these Chinese kind of smartwatches are doing it. Again, the app is a lot of weird terms being used right here. In fact, it's not really well done. I mean, I definitely appreciate them doing this all in English, but you will definitely find it a little bit challenging to get through everything here. But the good news here is that you do have your home page, which you can have a quick glance at all your information right here, and I think that's pretty alright for the Mibro color. I kind of prefer this app over the one being done by Halo, and you know Halo sells more smartwatches than Mibro, so yep, they should take a thing from Mibro. Alright guys, I think that's what you can conclude for the Mibro color. Again, this is just a very quick review of this budget smartwatch right here. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video and staying with me through the end. Don't forget to give it a like if you support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!